Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Listen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Listen, this is Man United Central. I'm your boy, Luther. Hey, my son is over there doing his thing by the pool. I say, you know what? Let me jump in here and see what you guys are up to. All right, we're going to talk about three things today, right? Ten Hag being backed by Ineos. We'll talk about how. And also, we hear that Rashford may be on the way out. PSG may be coming in for Rashford, right? And last but not least, Old Trafford. Old Trafford may be renamed. Imagine that. All right, so let's jump into the first story. You know, again, as you're coming in, make sure to smash a like, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow, that we do not miss any new lives or any new videos coming out of this channel. All right, guys, listen. All right, so the first one we're going to jump into is Ten Hag being backed. How is that happening? Well, according to reports today, we hear that Eric Ten Hag, the contract negotiations are almost done. He will be signing this, according to Fabrizio Romano, he will be signing the contract any moment in the next couple of days. So, but in that negotiations, the way I see it, let me read something here from the, this is from the Manchester Evening News. It's saying that, look, the overhaul of Manchester United backroom coaching staff is set to see two coaches come in and right now. One of them is the go-ahead Eagles manager, Rene Hake. He's set to join Manchester United coaching staff as part of overhaul of the backroom stuff, right? Now, Hake is 52. Basically, he guided the Go Eagles to 9th in the Eredivisie last season, right? Hake and Ten Hag worked together as youth level at Twente. And sources in Netherlands expect them to reunite at United. So basically, these two, Hake and Ten Hag, they go way back, right? So they know each other very well. So they already have that working relationship. They know how each other's football philosophy is pretty much similar. So it won't be an issue really to integrate him into the team. Now, by him coming, of course, we see reports that Benny McCarthy, his contract was, I think it hasn't been renewed, so he will be leaving, right? So I like the idea. I like the idea of him coming in because I saw a clip of him as he's coaching his team. He's very authoritative too, so which is really good. Now, also other news, I see that. So basically, this report is saying, look, it is understood that United want a new coaching model, same as Manchester City, where Pep is supported by an expansive backroom staff. All right. Another one who's going to be coming in, which this is exciting for all of us, especially as old heads, right? Ruud van Nistelrooy, right? Ruud could be, most likely is going to be coming on board, right? So this is really good to see. So basically saying look, Ruud van Nistelrooy previously managed PSV Eindhoven and has been in running for the vacant Burnley job. So basically Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to be, saying no to Burnley and joining the big dogs of Manchester United to be Ten Hag's assistant. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Make sure to smash a like as you're coming in, right? Again, I'm super excited to be here. I'm your boy Luther, in case you're new here. This is Man United Central. So listen. All right. So basically saying, look, the report is saying that the intended changes come after Ineos review of the club's performance, right? Based on last season's performance, they see that, okay, some things need to be changed, right? What's up, everybody? What's up? Let's see. Do I see? Hey, what's up, Pavleti? Everybody, welcome. Hey, I got my shades on, man. It's a little bit sunny. I'm trying to look cool, okay? All right. So anyway, yeah, so I'm coming in live from the pool. My son, if you missed it, he's back there with his friend playing. So I said, let me jump in here and say what's up to my peoples. So yeah, so with Van Nistelrooy coming, right? Let's talk about that. Are you guys excited about Van Nistelrooy joining the coaching staff? I like it. What I'm thinking is this: with Van Nistelrooy coming on board, right? I think Ineos, of course, they said, okay, Ten Hag, we're gonna give you a new contract, right? But Ineos was like, look, we're gonna bring in one of our own, right? And I think Van Nistelrooy could be Ineos' appointment. Now, could it be like the backdoor appointment kind of thing, right? That maybe Ineos is saying, you know what, we need someone on board who is going to be from the ground level, their own guy who can, basically know the system from the get-go as everything is changing. That way, maybe, I hope not, that if anything happens to Ten Hag, things don't work out, then they already have a ready replacement ready to go. Do you guys think this will be the situation? What's up, people? Welcome. Let's see. Kennard, what's up? Pavle T, welcome. Yeah, so I'm talking about, the changes at Man United, man. We're talking about, Ten Hag being backed, Ineos letting him bring in his boy Hake, and also Van Nistelrooy coming on board. So, we're talking about what kind of changes would that make. Now, another thing is, I hope you guys can hear me. Let me show a thumbs up if you guys can hear me clearly, because I'm kind of new to this live thing. I'm trying to figure it out myself, right? So let me see some thumbs up. Make sure you guys can hear me clearly. But yeah, so let's talk about this Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy coming on board, guys. It excites me. Some of you guys, I don't know if you remember, that Van Nistelrooy, he was prolific poacher, right? So him coming on board excites me in a way that, imagine a player like Rasmus Højlund, young, learning from a goal machine, Van Nistelrooy. So that itself is exciting. Another thing, Van Nistelrooy has been a really good coach, especially he's used to work with the youth team. So he's going to be a huge influence to all those, the Garnachos, the Kobe Minos, right, coming on board. So he's going to be a positive influence. And also Hake coming on board too. These are all experienced coaches and their own stature. They've earned their CVs. They know what it takes to coach a team. So them coming, agreeing to work with Ten Hag, this is really positive, because a lot of people behind the scene last season were saying, one of Ten Hag's biggest issues was communication, right? He would deliver the message and then the players don't really get it. And basically, he's not the best communicator. So it could be that Van Nistelrooy coming on board and Hake, these guys are able to get that message clear, right? So we'll see. I see Ken out here saying that knowledge coaching, but what is addressing? Yeah. So basically, I'm thinking that Van Nistelrooy coming in is positive. But this is what I'm thinking, right? You know that analogy they say too many cooks can spoil the broth? Could that be the situation for Man United? You guys let me know, because now you all of a sudden have all these coaches coming in, experienced coaches too, and then everybody has their own idea kind of thing. I know Ten Hag and Hake have the same idea. So Van Nistelrooy is a little bit different from the football mentality. So maybe it may be create an issue. There may be some bumping head, but at the end of the day, I think when all the coaches come on board, Ten Hag and Sir Jim and everybody, they're probably going to say, okay, guys, you're all here, but only one voice needs to be carried, which is Ten Hag's voice, right? So basically, they're probably going to funnel their ideas together and then come up with a plan, and then Ten Hag makes the call situation. So I don't know. We'll see if that will work. So yeah, you know what? Listen, that's what we were talking about here. We're trying to figure out how this whole situation with Ten Hag having Hake and Van Nistelrooy works. Right? All right. Let's talk about something. You guys leave a comment. What do you think? Is it a positive thing? Van Nistelrooy coming on board, adding Hake, which is a huge surprise. Is that a good thing or not? So what is the situation? Well, the situation is Erik Ten Hag is soon going to be signing his new contract. he's allowed to bring in his backroom staff, right? Hake is his boy, and Vanessa are coming on board as well. Because if some of you don't know that when Ten Hag came on board, he brought in some of his, like I think one or two of his staff, but most were from previous regimes. Basically, the coaches from when what's his name, Ole was there. So now he's going to be bringing his people to help him implement his way of playing football. Because one of his criticism this past season was, we wanted him to play Ajax ball, but Ajax ball wasn't happening. So this time, Ten Hag is going to have he has been backed by Ineos by getting his people on board. So now we need to see next season. Hey, Ten Hag, we got to see that Ajax ball, that possession ball, dominating teams. Right? He doesn't have any another chance. This is it. He's going to sign this contract fine. And again, come by December, if it doesn't work out and we're seeing the same old losing matches and not, we cannot finish 8th again, right? Because finishing 8th is a disaster. Yes, at least we got a trophy. That is good. And we should expect the same thing come next season that, hey, we have to have, finish with some kind of trophy. Yeah, all right? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Make sure to smash the like as you're coming in, guys. Listen, I appreciate you being here, spending your time talking Man United. So basically, that's what I'm talking about Ineos backing Ten Hag, allowing him to bring in his coaches. Let's jump into the second story for today, which we see that, 1 second here. We see that according to reports that PSG, they may be back for RASHFORD, right? So according to reports, this is from, I'm reading from TalkSport. TalkSport is saying, look, Paris Saint-Germain will consider a move for Marcus Rashford this summer. It is understood that the French giants could step up their interest if they receive encouragement that Manchester United star is open for move. Listen, guys, if there's one team out there that can afford Marcus Rashford's salary, is PSG. No other team. If PSG, personally, if they're not willing to take him on, Rashford is going to stay. Rashford wants to stay. He's a Mancunian, born and bred. He knows he has a point to prove next season. So he took some measures, getting off social media, working hard, right? Off season to get back to his, maybe next season he can give us those 30 goals that we had the season past, right? He knows he can do that. And he knows that Ten Hag is backing him, saying, hey, he knows he has a good striker in there, good player in there. So Rashford may want to repay the fans too, because he got a lot of flack this season, and all was warranted because he didn't perform, right? Especially some of the games Rashford wasn't tracking back. All those that was frustrating for us to see. So he got off social media. He's working hard on his game. That way, when he comes back, he's going to be able to perform. Now, we've seen Rashford's performance curve, right? He usually has a good season, like the 30-goal season. This past season, dip. He was not very good at all. And then hopefully this season that's going to start, he's going to be like, you know what? He's going to go back to maybe 25 goals, that kind of situation, if he stays. Now, if he doesn't, well and good, and he goes to PSG, I am happy with that. Because you know what? PSG want that big name. PSG, they need someone who comes in with the backing or the following that Rashford has. Rashford is a superstar. PSG lost Mbappe, so they need someone with that name, the big name, that say, hey, listen, I'm here. I'm going to be, carrying this team. Because, the Farmers League, League A lot of people are not following it. So maybe having a player like Rashford, you're going to create that energy that people want to see Rashford doing his thing. And also Rashford may have another motivation, say, hey, I lost my chance for going to the Euros because I didn't perform, which was warranted. Southgate, really surprising, did not pick Rashford. So maybe Rashford next season is like, look, I need to get back to that England national team because, look, there's a World Cup coming. And honestly, if Rashford was in that team from the games that we just saw for England, which was crap, Rashford could have made a difference, I think, personally. You guys let me know if you agree with this or not. So maybe Rashford is going to be like, look, maybe I need to change. By changing, going to PSG, new environment, new team, new teammates, going there, you're going to be the big dog again. Maybe it will be something good for him and also for us, because we get pure profit, baby. Money comes in, we can reinvest in the team and bring in other players, because you know what? This summer, we really don't have much money to spend. We need outgoings, that way we can bring in players, right? So Rashford, him deciding to move, that would be good. We get some money, right? But will it happen? I don't know. If I was to do a probability, a chances, him leaving, I don't know, man. It's very low. It's very low. It's entirely up to him to decide, hey, I need a change. So we'll see. You guys, I should put a poll in here and say, hey, what are the chances you think Rashford is actually going to say, you know what? I've had enough with Man United and you fans for abusing me. I'm out of here, going for a new challenge. Let me know in the comments below. What is it, 1 to 10? You can say 10 being the highest probability that he's going to go. Leave a comment. Let me know, right? So let's jump into another story. This whole thing about Old Trafford being, the probability of it being renamed, right? So according to reports, right, Manchester United, let's see, because, you know, we saw that the leaking of Old Trafford, right? So Ineos and Sir Jim, basically they're thinking of either rebuilding it, like refurbishment and stuff like that, or complete demolishing it and building Wembley of the North kind of thing, right? So to do that, you need funding. And people like Sir Jim and them, they never use their own money, right? Whenever they build these things, they get either government funding or funding from somewhere to invest, because ideally we don't want to go into more debt. Man United is already in debt thanks to the freaking Glazers out, by the way. Make sure you leave a comment, you know, let the Glazers know, because the Glazers watch this channel. Let them know that we want them out of our team. But anyway, so because we're already in debt, ideally Ineos, they don't want to put us more in debt by borrowing more money to rebuild or refurbishment Old Trafford. So what are they going to do? Well, Ineos is considering, you know, talking to investors, meaning like going to these banks or financial institutions and say, hey, man, listen, we want to rebuild Old Trafford and we need funding. To do that, some of these stadiums, they end up renaming them, right? Like here in the US, there's the SoFi Stadium. A lot of that funding came from SoFi Financial. So there's a number of this situation happening where teams get funding from a bank, for example, like from the report that we're seeing here, Bank of America was also contacted to see if they can invest in the rebuilding of Old Trafford. Now, for doing that, you know, these banks will say, you know what? Okay, cool. Man United, you're a big team. By us giving you the money, the billions that you need, we would like our name to be front and center, right? So, this news when it came out, a lot of you know, fans, you know, even the thought of renaming the Theater of Dreams to something else. I don't know, to say what Amazon Arena or Nestle Stadium or, you know, Bank of America. I don't know, something. They don't even want to think about it, because the dreams that have been made in that stadium. It's come on, it's a theater of dreams for a reason, right? You cannot rename Old Trafford. Personally, I'll be cool with it, because at the end of the day, if they're going to build in the same location, yeah, it can be renamed whatever, but people are still going to call it, yeah, Old Trafford, Old Trafford, Old Trafford, right? Same thing like Carrington, right? It is actually called Aon Training Complex, but most of you guys, myself, would call it Carrington, because that's what we know, right? So basically, a lot of people have been chiming in. So Gary Neville has said he would, if he was to choose, he would rename the iconic stadium. He's saying that, look, Manchester United will consult the clubs, because Gary Neville is part of the team that Ineos have put together to basically do this study on either to rebuild or refurbish, you know, Old Trafford, right? So he's saying that, look, Manchester United will consult the club's fan base before the decision is made to rename Old Trafford. Good to see, right? United are yet to rule out any controversial move. They with no option off the table. So all options are there, renaming or not renaming, everything is there. So he's saying that, look, the decision to rename the legendary stadium comes in stark contrast to comments made by Sir Jim Ratcliffe last year upon acquiring the 28.8% stake of the club, calling it that renaming Old Trafford would be heresy, right? So basically, Sir Jim had said, look, I'm not going to rename it. But now, basically, nothing is off the table. They have to consider it, right? Others, like Eric Cantona, man, Eric Cantona came out hard. He was like, look, man, if Ineos or Jim rename Old Trafford, he's going to be done with the team, done with the club. He wouldn't support it anymore because those are memories that are on that stadium. You cannot just, just demolish it and start new, right? But again, some others, they are supporting, like Gary Neville say, look, I'm cool with it, right? Because you know what, even if you demolish it, you're going to build new memories, right? It's not like all doom and gloom. And guys, we need a new stadium, man. I haven't been to the stadium, but some people who have, look, the Wi-Fi there, we see reports that it's terrible. They don't have those jumbo screen, where you can see live previews, like if a goal went in and, the instant replays and stuff like that. It's not there. We saw this past season when it was raining cats and dogs, Old Trafford was a waterfall, right? Embarrassing for a big club like us. We cannot have a stadium that is leaking. Come on, right? So all those things, we see reports that the bathrooms, everything over there is old and needs to be gutted down and redone, right? So maybe they do something major like what we saw for the Real Madrid, La Bernabeu. Bernabeu is amazing stadium. Basically, Bernabeu has like it can switch between the soccer, the field. It can be basketball. It can be all these sports. Basically, everything. If they want to change it, the stadium goes underground, and then they put it in a new stadium, all done automatically, and all this state of the art stuff. We need something like that. It is. Come on, man. We are Man United, right? The biggest club in the world, to my opinion, right? They have some records that have shown that. I saw something on Forbes. I think they say, look, Man United, when it comes to revenue, we are the kings, even though we haven't won anything for like ages, which was crazy. When I saw that report, I was laughing at myself. So stuff like that, right? So we'll see. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Are you good with renaming the stadium or not? What do you want to done on that stadium? Tear it down and build a new, or just refurbish it, add a couple of seats, add this bells and whistles here and there, and just call it a day. What another report that I saw, it looks like by demolishing it and rebuilding, it's actually going to be in the long run cheaper. So again, we have the space there for those people, you guys watching in Manchester. I know there's space to rebuild the stadium. I'm for rebuilding, man. I want something new, shiny, right? So we'll see. All that depends on a lot of factors. And I like Ineos, what they're doing so far. It shows that they're footballing people. The decisions they're making so far, I like it. I like the fact they did not sack Ten Hag. They weighed everything. They interviewed all the coaches, and they said, what? Ten Hag, you are our guy. I like that. I was always Ten Hag in, baby. I don't know about you guys out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys were Ten Hag in. No, well, yeah, maybe a huge percentage, I would say. Because the way we were rolling, man, losing matches, not performing, a lot of people were like, that's it. I'm done with Ten Hag. He needs to go. I'm sick and tired of it. So a lot of people, they were just waiting, man. The news reports are like, yeah, Ten Hag is gone, man. Ten Hag is as good as sacked. But, come the final day, Ten Hag pulled the cat out of the bag by whooping Man City and lifting that trophy, right? Oh, that was a beautiful day, man. That was a beautiful day. So listen, may we have more of those days in next season. I'm super excited to see how the whole coaching structure is going to work. Van Nistelrooy is going to be a huge asset for us, especially in the strikers. I don't know. Hopefully we bring in Xerxes, which we've been linked with. Again, if we bring in Branthwaite has already worked with Van Nistelrooy. So hopefully Everton stop playing games and work with us and give us Brentwaite. You guys get Everton gets the money that they need because we know Everton is in trouble with FFP. Again, all those factors are positive factors for bringing in Van Nistelrooy, and the rest will work itself out. They'll figure it out and come up with a better plan to get us to that next level. Because you know what, man, listen, we have to continue winning. To next season, I want to see a minimum a trophy, right? We have to continue that trend, right? Because if we don't, those people that were Ten Hag outers, they are waiting for Ten Hag to mess up, right? So Ten Hag should know this by now. I'm sure he has learned a lot from last season, right? The reporters, they're not his friends, right? The reporters cannot wait to go on that press conference and slag Ten Hag, right? They may come here trying to say, hey, Ten Hag, so what do you think? And this and this. Ten Hag would explain it, and then next thing they twist the words, and then they slander him on the news. So all this stuff he has learned, and I'm sure he's going to take it on board. And next season he's going to be better, or hopefully. And finishing 8th is unacceptable, so it can never happen again. You guys let me know what you think about this, guys. I was jumping here real quick to say what's up to you guys, telling you thank you for supporting the channel, because we are now at 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys all. I love you all. Thank you so much. And do me a favor, leave a comment, share the video. That way others can enjoy it as well. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment also. What should I improve? I don't go live a lot, but I'm learning. You know what? Learning. Never give up just because you don't know something. Don't be scared. Trust yourself. Jump in there and just, like I'm about to go and jump in that pool because it is hot out here. All right, people. Peace out. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit that follow. All right, people. I'm out.